Hello, it is the 14th of August 2026 again, and I'm back from my little meal break for another episode of Super Mario Galaxy. I had 3 eggs and protein pudding and some breadsticks. I'm feeling good. I'm feeling like I want to play some purple coin levels. Let's go do it. More lovely purple glow there. So I can't remember if these big galaxies have 6 or 7 stars each. I imagine, so well, if we've got about 30 left, it might be, I'm not sure. Purple coin omelette. I like that nice creative name. And yeah, we can now, well, technically we've done a purple coin level before, but this is the first proper one. Check it out. When it's not timed, that's nice. I know a lot of them are. Expect 100 purple coins to make something neat happen, such as a power star appearing out of thin air. You know, always my favourite comments. But having read stuff online, it turns out that a lot of people didn't like them. Found them a bit tedious and boring, you might miss one. But honestly, I can't get enough of these. So if we miss this star, yeah, and then go down here. Whoops. Oh, can't be done on good egg. Not after this long playing the game. Whoa! And it's cool because now I left the final level so long because now we get to go back to all of these galaxies. Well, we have to, but we would have probably gone back sooner had we unlocked these sooner. It's nice getting a second little refresher. What I wanted to talk about in this video was, first off, I want to do some levels, but I want to talk about why this channel exists. Because this, I mean, by the time this goes out, we probably would have uploaded, I don't know, 40 odd videos. I think we're about 20 something now, almost 30. Might even be more, might be more like 50. That's quite a few videos. We opened this channel early July 2026, right? And I think we sort of alluded to why a few times, both me and Charlie, in different videos and whatnot. So this is basically okay, you can go back and look, but I'll just reiterate it with a bit more detail. We don't have, so me and Charlie together, right? We've been together for ages, and we realised we don't actually have many videos of us, or many. I mean, even we're simple people. We're a simple couple. We're not super. You know, we're fairly introverted. We're not super social beings, relative to the type of people we know, and we're happy, whatever. And we found that, yeah, we don't have a ton of even pictures of each other, or of us as a couple, and we don't have any really videos or extended, like, I don't know, extended vlogs or whatever. There just was not much of us about, and I think, oh, Galaxy Complete, very nice. So I guess it's just one comment in each of the big ones. That's all right. And we thought, you know what? as much as we're happy and content just to have... Oh, we've got loads of comments now. But yeah, as much as we are content to just live our lives and be happy in each other's company, long term, like, that might not be the move, because at some point you're going to be 30 or 40 or 50 or older, and you're going to say, hey, I was young once, like, what? Where is that? What happened? Look at me now, like, what's that? What's that line from Good Will Hunting? It's like, oh, I'm going to wake up and be 50. I'm still going to be here. And it's like, yeah, everyone's gonna wake up at 50, right, in a dream world at some point. And it's like, oh, so 50 years of my life is undocumented, essentially. Well, not undocumented, but we live in the modern world. It's the 21st century. We have the means to have full... Okay, this is time. Let's crack on. We have the means to have a full, like, detailed documentation of our entire lives. I'm not saying... Oh, sorry, guys. I'm not saying I want that, but, like, use some technology or something. Take advantage of this. So we were like... I don't know, there's a few aspects to it. That's one of them. It was like, yeah, we need a record of ourselves. Video is a pretty good way of doing that, I suppose. And the other avenue is, because it tied in quite nicely with, okay, say you know you want to make you want some documentation, right? Here's some ideas. Go on a fancy holiday, or not fancy holiday, like go traveling or something, right? Document it, vlog it, and blog it, and whatnot, and you'll be good to go. And it's like, yeah, that's not really us. Like, we're not exactly big travelers, and that just isn't suited to us. And then, okay, some people might, I don't know, what do other people do? They just take loads of photos of stuff and themselves, you know, they document their daily lives, you know, day in my life and all this. Let's record, get ready with me, or whatever. And it's like, okay, that's not us. And you know, we sort of ran through a bunch of these ideas, and it's like, yeah, obviously, I say run through these ideas. We thought of them and were like, yeah, not happening. Because that's just not us. And I'm not going to fake, like, to me, and Charlie, the most outrageous thing in the world is for us to stand in front of the mirror and be like, get ready with me, and it's like, oh, you said it in the wrong tone, can we take two? Like, we're never going to do it, we're never going to make videos like that, it's ridiculous. So I think there was a bit of back and forth about, like, what on earth are we actually supposed to do about this? Like, where is this videos or photos coming from? And that's one side of the thing. And then the other side is, for the past year at least, for a long time, I've been intrigued by the notion of content creation. Because, look, I'm a young man, right? I'm a young man in my, right, dare I say, my true age. And it's like, yeah, as most of us would probably think, that, you know, any young person, man or woman or whatever, is going to have a lot of thoughts about what are you going to do with your life? Where are you going? What are you doing? Like, you should probably make something. Especially, look, I'm in a privileged position, as most people are who are going to be watching this. We have access to technology, we have access to all these things, we have the means to get a job and everything. And it's like, that's a lot of pressure to give some young person just to say, okay, well, here's the world at your feet, make something that that is sort of good enough, like, make something where you make the most of what you've got, because we've got a lot. How do you make the most of all of that? And I think naturally, you know, you see all of these people on social media and stuff, and it's like, you just think, okay, well, I go on YouTube and there are 1,000,001 creators seemingly with these great lives and seemingly making loads of money, and they're sorted and they make £1 million a month. You go on Instagram Reels and it's the same. You go on, I don't know, I mean, I don't use any other social media really, but like, I'm sure you go on TikTok and it's the same. I'm probably a million times worse on TikTok. But you know what I mean. And I think that is going to subconsciously get to you. Like, I'm not that bothered by external stuff. I'm quite sort of, I'm my own person. I don't tend to succumb to peer pressure or any of this sort of stuff. But you see that, it's going to seep in, right? Everything shapes you, no matter if you think it doesn't. A tiny little neuron in your mind has changed every time you scroll Instagram, right? Fine.
Yes.
This one's not time, we can take our time. And I think, you know, seeing that content creation just seems to me, and has for the last year or so at least, like the obvious thing to do, the obvious, I don't want to say side hustle, because this, look, as of recording this couldn't be further from a side hustle, because I don't intend to make money off doing this. I don't intend to get big or whatever. I'm literally, I mean, we get views maybe on each of these videos, and I'm perfectly happy because 4 people are seeing, I mean, even there's a high chance that no one will ever hear these words, right? Because, well, why would they? You know, I'm 11 minutes 45 seconds into a video. People probably watch these for like 20 seconds before clicking off and thinking, oh, well, who the hell's this guy? And that's fine. I'm not knocking it, because it's not the purpose of doing these. But I think I've just been fascinated by content creation for so many reasons, which I can get into. I mean, first off, anyone who's trying to be healthy all around in their life has probably at some point or another thought, it's time to find my creative outlet. And naturally, I think I wondered, because I was a creative kid, and I'd call myself a creative adult. And you know, I used to draw, I used to, I mean that was pretty much it. I used to draw, I used to be well into that. And it faded as I grew up a bit, which is fine. But I think I always thought, like, what? That's not all there is. Like, there's more out there, and the feeling you get from creating things is wonderful. Like, even if it wasn't, even if you don't like that feeling, it's good for you, right? Just because it seems like more of a hobbyist thing rather than like going for a run or something. Yeah, people don't like going for a run. No one tells you it's bad for you. People might not like. Everyone likes the feeling of creating something, and it's good for you. It's the same thing. People just have different attitudes to it. And I think I was desperately looking for what my creative outlet is, because I think while it is important to look back on what you liked as a kid, you didn't try everything as a kid. You don't know what your, you know, I knew I liked drawing. I tried it as an adult. It wasn't, you know, it doesn't really do it for me anymore. As much as I love it, that's not my creative outlet. That's not what was designed in my brain when I was born. Oh my god, he's so slow. Like, that's fundamentally not it. Because I think, I don't know, I feel like people tend to have, not that it's biologically baked into you or whatever, but like, people are going to naturally have something. Maybe multiple things, maybe one. Everyone's got something, in my opinion. And mine was drawing for a bit. Maybe it still is. Maybe I just didn't foster that enough. And that's fine. Because, oh, I'm so sorry, guys. I guess we'll have to restart. Maybe this is why people hate purple coins. But I think I was looking for a long time. And maybe 3 or so years ago, I started writing. It started as mainly journaling to some degree, I think is what you'd best describe it as. And I really felt great after doing that. The whole cliche of, oh, I can feel my thoughts coming out onto the page. I find that to be true. I genuinely feel that. As I'm writing, in real time, I can feel the thoughts. Or, sorry, not the thoughts, the feelings are literally disappearing into the page, which I really like. And I still really do enjoy writing. It's just sort of... I don't know why I haven't done it. I can't answer that question. If I'm completely honest, it's probably just laziness. Writing takes a bunch of effort and time, and as good as it is for me, I don't do it. Look, it's the same with running, alright? Everyone knows it's good for you. Who does it? Not many people. So, you know, I knew writing was one of them, and I think for a long time I just thought, okay, well that's anytime I'm upset, or not upset, like anytime I've got emotions, happiness or frustration or whatever, I need to write, and that will fix me. And it's like, yeah, okay, as far as I can tell, that is true, for me at least. Oh dear. But like, that's not... As a self-proclaimed creative person, I knew that could not be it. That's not the only outlet I have. And oh, sorry guys. Hold on, why am I apologising? You're the one watching it. Click off if you don't like this video, or not, or listen to my riveting stories. So yeah, anyhow, I think I clocked that writing was one of my outlets, which surprised me because as a kid I was absolutely crap at writing. I was so bad at English in school, you don't want to know. Well, I guess I'll pass, but not my forte, I must say. More of a maths guy, me. Got a degree in it. So yeah, and then, you know, you combine that with the whole me talking about content creation and stuff, and I thought, yeah, you know what, I really want to try this content creation stuff. And I spoke to Charlie a lot about this. I said, look, you know, next weekend, next time I'm on holiday, whatever, we're gonna make some TikTok account and start posting. And I don't know what I actually envisioned in those moments, because I probably said this every 2 weeks for a year. I'm sure Charlie was absolutely sick of it by the end. But evidently, we never started. Because we don't have a TikTok account. I don't have TikTok, I've never used it. Well, I made it once, but that account's long gone and dead, and I probably used it like 30 minutes one night. And I think at some point it clicked. Very recently, the last like month or 6 weeks or whatever, it clicked and we were like, oh, we can make content on this, because we play video games in our spare time anyway. As we've said in other videos, like we've played a bunch of Lego games, and we've played, what's the other one? Mario Kart 8, and we've done all this stuff. And it's like, yeah, we actually, this is a hobby of ours, we can record it. Hey, what if, oh, oof, that was a close one. What if we make a YouTube channel? It's a bit rogue for us. As I said, like, that's totally unlike anything we do. But we were like, yeah, like, we can actually do that. And I think it is just a case, unfortunately, guys, of one day biting the bullet and just doing it. I'm really glad we did. It's just one of those things, I've had a few in my life where it's sort of, you spend ages and ages of wondering, oh, what am I supposed to do? What's the right thing to do here? What's the fit? And you just spend so long thinking it, and it's like, God, it was obvious the whole time. Like, what was wrong with us? And nothing was wrong. It's just tough, man. It's tough to know who you are and what you want to do. I don't know yet. I don't think many people do. But we found some part of it. So we started this. So all in all, the conclusion from my nattering is that this serves as both a creative outlet that we've realised, or at least I realised, because I think I definitely record more than Charlie, because Charlie doesn't have a solo series yet. They're like, you don't... oh, sorry, I lost my train of thought. I was saying, yeah, while it is a creative outlet, it's... and one that actually is legit, is a hobby of mine. It's also sorry, I appreciate that I'm talking, but I'm also really concentrating on this. I do not want to fall off. It's more so, or equally in part, just a documentation of our lives. Like, my intro is saying the date, you know? That's not me trying to come up with a gimmick. That's me saying, oh, in 50 years when I look at this, I want to know when it was. Like, that's what it is, you know? Ooh. This is pretty tricky stuff. So that's why we started, and I think there's a third aspect to it as well, right? And I'll explain that. The third aspect is, and this runs deep, right? You have experiences as a child, and you become nostalgic for them, right? As you would. And I think a lot of people grow out of that. Maybe they aren't super nostalgic people, whatever, right? And they will not repress that, but they will leave that, they'll ignore it. Yep, it's me, the famous Jillboard. If you want to climb this wall, you better listen up. When you stick to the wall... Oh, I know how to do a wall kick Jillboard. Or is it Gilboard, maybe? Who knows? But yeah, I think a lot of people will repress their nostalgia. Maybe out of shame. Because, look, let's be honest. I was into Super Mario Galaxy as a kid. That's not cool. Or at least it wasn't. But I'm pleased to be at a point in my life where there's no shame anymore. I'm not ashamed of that in the slightest. That was my hobby. I was a child. What are you going to do? And I think I'm very lucky to be in a position where I can say at a fairly young age, like, this is what I was into, and this is what I still am into. And to take that further, I think I was sort of sitting on a lot of dude, you're kidding. I was sitting on a lot of nostalgia that was kind of... It felt like... I'm naturally a very nostalgic person, and I felt like I had to do something with it, but I didn't know what. And I was like, okay, well, I guess I'll just replay the video games that I played as a kid. Because this was like my main thing as a kid, right? I played video games. I was one of them. And it was always like, okay, well, it's all well and good to play the video games again, but there's always that fear of like, what if it's not quite what it seemed? What if the nostalgia was just the memory of it, and I'm replacing it with a new one? I'd rather be nostalgic of being a really young kid than being a man, a grown man. So there's a bit of fear in exploring nostalgia, because you don't want to ruin... Like, everyone understands how valuable those memories are from being a kid. I mean, you couldn't pay me all the money in the world to lose them, right? Oh, perfect. That took a while. Yeah, you couldn't pay me all the money in the world to abandon my nostalgia and abandon my childhood memories. So, why... Yeah, why try to replicate them? Why try to do anything other than just let them sit there? I think it's subconsciously the attitude a lot of people have, but that subconscious mindset is hidden behind the forefront of shame. People are ashamed of looking like a child, of looking silly, of going back to like to their childhood interests. And I think honestly, when you're struggling, or when you're in some weird emotional state, or when you're feeling overly nostalgic, or when you've got something to get out that doesn't seem to leave no matter what you do, it can be good. Or when you're just feeling a bit lost in life, it can be really helpful to look back on what your child self wanted, because they knew best. They were unfettered by anything else. I think that's honestly a really important thing, and it's something that I've learned very recently to do through all of this. Is that, well, in part through all of this, is like, dude, yourself as a kid, if you had a fairly normal childhood, and I'm talking generically, like, okay, yeah, if I grew up in like some crazy part of the world, whatever, maybe things are different. But for me, in the UK, and for a lot of you, anyone who's able to watch this, when you're a bit lost, yeah, look at your kid self, man, because they got it right. Like, that is, I think, fundamentally true. You as a child had it right. You knew what you were doing. You knew what you wanted. There was no shame. You, as a child, is only different to you now because of that shame. In the sense of these interests and things. Obviously, I'm not saying shame is the only thing that shapes an adult. That would be wildly pessimistic, and that's not about, I'm not about that. But in terms of just pure, like, why people leave their nostalgia untouched and all of this, I think that's why, man. And I thought, okay, well, for me, I really like a documentation of everything. I'm really one of these people. If I could have a photo for every second of my life, I would. If I could write down what happened in every second of my life, I would. What's this guy saying? It's free time in swim class today. Play nice, alright. Will do, Coach. Coach Carter. Yeah, so for me, it's like, okay, I kind of want to explore the nostalgia. Firstly, I don't want to ruin it by creating new memories. But secondly, it's like, it's almost sort of too overwhelming, because I don't think I'm going to ruin the nostalgia. I just think there's too much of it to be explored, in a way. Because there's certain types of nostalgia, and one of them is what me and Charlie call fever dream nostalgia, which is where you had some very barely held together memory from, I don't know, when you were like 5 years old, and it's like, oh, what was that again? I'm not really sure, I don't remember. And you'd like, as a kid, you just grow up and you don't really think about it, and you're like, okay, I guess that was a thing. And when you're an adult, you realise, oh, that's probably what that was. Weird that it felt so strange, right? That you look back and it's like, in your mind, it's physically a haze, perhaps. And those sorts of things, it does almost feel like that's so precious. I don't want anything else. I don't want to understand it. I just want it to be, because that's part of me. That's part of my self. I might not be myself without it. And I get that. You don't want to lose a part of yourself. But I think, for me, what mitigates that, like what sort of nullifies it more so, is that I don't care what that does to my nostalgia if caveat is, I don't care if, oh my god, it's documented. This can ruin my nostalgia for all I care. I mean, look, for all I care, I'd still be pretty bothered, but like, all I want is, sorry, let me block it for a second. Boy. There we go. Yeah, the fact that I'm documenting this while I play it, for some reason, works wonders for me. I might not have played this game again if it wasn't to be recorded. And I don't know, maybe that's just me, but I feel like the analytical type would also agree that that does something. Oh, there's pretty coins in the water as well, right? Yeah, so just the fact that it's being documented and that I can talk over it, and honestly, no, actually, I'll get to that in a second. But yeah, the fact that it's documented just really does something. And how did I start this off? What was I saying? Something about something. I said so much I don't even remember. But yeah, that's kind of the crux of things. So I'm perfectly happy to. Oh, purple coins. I think there's one up above the tallest palm tree. There better not be one in here. Good. What? I need a spring for that. So, essentially, and also I'm backing up all these videos on hard drives and everything. I'm taking it pretty seriously. As you can imagine, my nostalgia's tied up in these. Can't be losing them. But yeah, the plan is basically to record as many. I mean, not I don't want to say quantity over quality, but like, I'm not aspiring to be a great YouTuber. I don't need the best commentary. I don't need any really, but it's more fun too. It feels like a video diary. But yeah, the plan for this channel is kind of quantity over quality. I want every single game I want to play documented in here. I want it all. And I don't see any issue with that. This is the fastest we can go. Sorry, guys. Very good. I see one above the coach right there. So the last 9 must be down here. Oh no, we left some on the trees, didn't we? Or did we? No, I can't remember. Whoa, that's a little laggy on my side as well. Don't worry, that's not your phone or laptop. I don't know what else I wanted to say on this. I think just one other thing I do want to mention is this feels like, I said a second ago, it feels like a video diary. And what I mean by that is, when you have a really good book, right? I mean, I'm not a massive reader, so I can't speak to this analogy too much, but it's one I've read about, being a not big reader, is that when you have a really great book that you love, that you own, whoa, you absolutely decimate it. You know, all the pages have dog ears, everything's annotated, labelled, and folded, and tattered, and worn. As it should be, because that's a well-loved book. And I see the same in how I make these videos. For a lot of them at least. I'm just... Yeah, it might be annoying, all of my extra weird commentary, especially the fact that I'm not actually a YouTuber. Oh, what? No, that's not true. I am a YouTuber. YouTube videos. I'm not a professional YouTuber. Not that I know what that would even be. Someone who makes money off it, maybe? But what I'm saying is, I see each of these videos as a book that I love, by that analogy. So, yeah, I'm gonna annotate it by commentating on absolutely everything in it, and I'm gonna do it shamelessly because every single thought I've had on this game about the nostalgia of it and what I thought about, oh, should I play it, should I not, oh, my childhood, whatever, is all being poured out through these episodes, right? And that is the release of nostalgia for me. What's this guy saying? I just can't tell. Oh well. Oh no, we're missing one! Ah. That is the way the cookie crumbles. It's surely in the water. Let's have a look. I hope it's in the water. Otherwise, we are gonna be digging around. Ah, I see. Oh, we saw that one already. Lovely. Right. Oh, he doesn't even know what's going on. So yeah, I'm going to speak over these videos, and the purpose is to speak everything on my mind about this, because when it's all said and done, and when I'm 90 years old, and I think, oh, that game, Super Mario Galaxy, whatever was that? These videos are here. Okay, if YouTube's gone and whatever, I've got them on a hard drive. I can say, okay, well, here's a comprehensive, I don't know, how many hours it's taking, probably 30-hour series of videos you can watch on every single part of the game that you have an opinion on. And I find that a supremely attractive notion to be able to have that option. And to have created it as well. To you know, satisfy both avenues that I was on about earlier. Oh wow, the terrace is all done. Nice. Get a little crown on top. Oh, no comments. So I guess we'd better go to the garden. Yeah, so look, while I appreciate, if anyone's watching these videos, thank you very much. But just know that ultimately, I'm making these for myself in the future. Not for me now, not for you now, not for anyone else, but me in the future down the line. When I'm feeling like, oh, my nostalgia, whatever happened. And if I'm not able to have, or if I decide to have an alternate outlet, then I'm gonna be able to watch those. and I think it's a fantastic, you know, at least from a single player. For the two-player ones with Charlie, I mean, that's the same, but just for both of us, perfect. I don't see, you know, I see that as so positive. So this Dreadnought Galaxy here is a glorified, what do you call it? What's that one? Battle Rock. Did these hurt me? Or do lots of them? Whoop. I'm pretty sure Dreadnought Galaxy has another. You know, we had to throw the bombs at that rubbish, or the crates, or the scrap in one of the levels in Battle Rock. I think there's a harder version in here, unfortunately. Oh, I chopped it up. Oh my goodness. I'm just knocking him about. There we go. A 1 of 3. How are they getting so high? Yeah, because naturally, when you play these sorts of games as a kid, right, it's a bit like... Well, I played it before I really had access to the internet or anything like that. And I think, God, how do you get that? And I think I had a lot of sort of novel and innovative thoughts. And now looking at reviews and comments and things, I think, no, probably a lot of people thought those. You're a child. But I still do think I had a lot going on. And I think this is a great place to share them, so that it's like, oh yeah, I actually did, you know? Oh dear. Here, I'll fix up. There you go. Plenty of time to spare. Huh. Gravity gonna change? Surely. Yes. But yeah, look, I'm glad to have gotten all of that out, albeit in my weird, unstructured way. I get why people use scripts for videos now, especially like video essay types, because that is not an easy thing to talk about without, they can keep clicking them, without mumbling or fumbling all over the place. I guess you get better with practice, but it's hard because I feel like I have a lot of thoughts on these matters, so it's like it's even harder to sort of discuss what I want to. But anyhow, it's all good. Alright, what we got going on here? Oh crap! What's going on with that? That's tough. But yeah, you guys know now the purpose of why we make these videos. If you have any questions, feel free to ask. Like, you know, I'm an open book. Is this not going to drop? Is it? Well, when you get to the next level, it drops. Is that how that works? Oh. God, it's possible to bring a bomb up here? That's insane. Oh, missed it. Unlucky. Ah, you can take one down. I see, I see. Locked in. And I hear a star. I see a star. Can we not just do a bit of that? Nope, because the gravity's crazed. This feels like a planet that might fill up with water. I don't think it does, but it'd be cool if it did. If this thing makes this planet fill up with water, I actually don't remember. You can trust me. Oh my god, I think it actually does. I see it. I see the taps. So we got to get a guy up and over there. Right, we're going round. Oh, mate. Let's do it. Come around here, please and thank you. Oh, so what's that turtle? That's so good, because this is what the closest it's going to get to boy base in this game. The closest anything is to another boy base. Which I'm a big fan of, because I love boy base. Mind you, there's a lovely level in Galaxy 2 that is the epitome of a homage to boy base. It's is it Space Storm Galaxy maybe? And I absolutely love it. It's my goat. Oh, this is just where we started, no? Because you. Not going to be able to get up there because I don't think we can. Nah. Where do we need to go? A bit of wall jumping, perhaps? Or maybe not. Or maybe. Nah. Not the intended method, and I'm no cheater. I guess it's this way then. Lovely. Whoa. That was just styling on them. It's a very nice level. Yeah, and also, I kind of love the look of the YouTube page when it's sort of, like, if you look in the Mario Kart one right now, it's got pretty much all our Mario Kart videos in it, which is like 24 maybe? Something like that. It just looks so cool. Like, oh, we've actually got a bunch of content, you know? We're fleshed out. Right, where do we want to get some coins? Ghostly Galaxy, I think will be fun. Where is Ghostly Galaxy? In the kitchen. And where is the kitchen? Down here, maybe? Oh, not quite. Now that we've got this star, I'm genuinely going to rinse this star as much as I possibly can. So yeah, I mean, if anyone is actually watching these videos from start to finish, I guess, you'll literally see the change in me and Charlie as we go through our lives and as different things happen. We normally update you with roughly what's going on in our personal lives. Not that we share that much. I mean, obviously, we both got jobs. We both got to stay semi-serious. But like, it's just entertainment on here. We don't talk about anything crazy. What, 1 minute? Excuse me? Right, good start. Actually, that's quite good to get a bunch of points. Oh, maybe not this. Get all of them. Get them and them. I'm. By the way, I actually don't think there are exactly 100 purple coins here. I think there are more. So don't worry about me missing some. Oh, dear me. 94. Oh, come on. Oh, come on. What is this? Can I get those two? 2 seconds left. That was technical. Hide it. Oh, and you've got to get the star in that time as well. That's really cruel. I'm glad we got it on the first try, because it would have taken far more had we not. You know how beginner's luck's always on my side. Ooh. I also want to say, I'm really enjoying, I know it's literally the second or third episode of doing it, but I think the third. I really enjoy talking about more philosophical things in these videos. I don't know if that's actually appreciated by anyone else, but I'm going to do it because I like it. I was talking about free thinkers last night. I was probably talking some absolute nonsense because it was like midnight. And then I was talking about, you know, why we started the channel and all this stuff. And I really do enjoy that because, you know, a lot of this stuff I think about in my own time, and I think this is the sort of stuff that I would normally write about. But I'm not really writing at the moment, so why not imbue it into my other... Oh, dude, that like fake spin doesn't count for that. So yeah, I figured why not imbue it into the other creative avenues, and there's no reason why not. So that's what I'm doing. And then it serves as more of a... Because these videos don't only have to be a vessel for nostalgia, like I was talking about earlier. Oh, wrong dome again. I always get them mixed up. Garden and engine. Yeah, they don't only have to be a vessel for nostalgia. They can be a vessel for whatever we want. I can put any feelings in here, and they'll be brought right back. So, why not put my genuine thoughts on actual matters? Because they're going to change over time, and it's interesting to see what my thoughts and reasoning behind things are now. I think that's a really valuable thing to talk about. Even like my definition yesterday on the last 2 episodes ago on what's a free thinker? What does that entail? How would you define it? Am I one? Who is one? I think it's... I mean, I'm really into like philosophy and the concept of thought and all of these things, and I just find it really... I love a nice deep conversation. It is nothing better, right? It's so interesting to just talk through, to break down things that you might just take as simple but aren't necessarily. Ah, that's cool. So yeah, I'm more than happy to just talk about this sort of stuff on the videos. This is a nice little bit. Not sure what it is, but it's cool. Chomps coming out of the dog houses. What do they call them? Just little houses. Is that that's cool. What? Oh, that's actually a bit tricky. Might be easier to do. Whoa. You know what? You should go for it. Whoa. That is harder than you'd think. Oh, go with these goons as well. Oof, the lag when you kill those guys. It's always with them as well, in any level. I don't need those bloody coins. That's the move. Oh. Oh, come on though, how many coins I got out of that? That's definitely the move. This place is massive, it's so cool. Do I send to start at the end of this bit? I think the thing was called like Colossal Cannons or something, so one would hope. Oh, that's... Can you... No, you can't... Oh, you can break them, you get coins out of it. That's pretty neat. I feel like there could be a hidden star somewhere here. I'm not sure if there is, I'm not sure where it would be. Could be like on here or something? No. Oh, whoa, whoa, this is a 3D bit. I did not know that. I'm just gonna fall to his death. Gruesome death. Like, have I just killed myself by not going? Yep, I have. It was worth exploring. I found a 1-up. Didn't get it. And it starts you up right here anyway. As if by magic. There we go. Smooth as a sailor, even though I missed the 1-up. Or the coin, I mean. Something up there. The fact that this is 3D is really throwing me off. Physically throwing me off. Okay, let's look in, because can't be dying that much on a single level. Yeah, meant to do that. And that. Right. Whoa. This is a bit harder because it's not straight up and down that you use, because it's a bit of a weird angle. This is good because it's just left and right. But the other one was not quite like that. I suspect, guys, that this is going to be the last video of the day. So, I'm going to grab this stuff because I actually got a text from Charlie, so I got to run and do something. But we had some good chat in this video, and I will see you in the next one. Good chat, good progress, done some purple coins. Everything's looking good. I think I will probably be recording another one tonight. I think I got some stuff to do, and then I might do another one. I'd like to do a few this weekend. I was talking about our new setup in here that we've got. We've got a nice little like a DVD shelf now, which is really cool. But yeah, thank you so much for watching and listening. I think this is my most conversational episode yet, and honestly, I'm slowly learning. Right, how many 15 or 20 whatever episodes in? I'm slowly learning the balance between gaming and genuine discussion. I think yeah, I think I've got the balance. I'll talk about it next episode blabbered on for long enough here. But yeah, thanks guys.